Joe Leigh here, Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Tommy Welch. It's been a while, but there's so much to catch up on. Obviously, you've had your 7th professional fight last month, I should say. You're undefeated, 5 knockouts. There's a lot to catch up on, but first of all, how are you doing? Obviously, it's hot out there today, as we can see. But yeah, it's good to speak to you, man.
And you, thanks, Joe. Yeah, all good, mate. Everything's well, pal. Just dealing with this heat.
That's the main struggle these days. What have you been up to? Obviously, we know you've had an injury, but what's that kind of process been like? Because, like I say, we haven't had a little catch up for a minute now. What's that process been like before your 7th fight?
I'll be honest, it's been very mentally challenging, as anyone knows with injuries, if they've had any. But just I've dealt with it. It's another little bump in the road I've had to overcome. But yeah, I've been training, staying on my grind. We can't fall at every hurdle. We have to just climb back up and carry on moving forward. So it's been all right in the hands. Yeah, I'm back using it. I took a fight sort of last minute. I was ready. I was training. I was fit. I was ready to go. Hadn't sparred as much as what I needed to. And in the fight, I hurt my hand in the first 30 seconds. So it was a little bit of a nightmare, to be honest. I touched him with a body shot, and I sort of caught him straight on the elbow where the injury had been. And so I took my right hand out, and I'll be honest, I was just carrying on with one hand and sort of just boxing and moving, just keeping him at bay with my left hand. I should be better now, mate.
Okay. With that being said, where's the status of like your hand now? What's the status?
I'm getting fit as we speak. I start sparring soon. I'll be fighting in September, so that's where I'm aiming for at the moment. September time.
Good stuff. And you're obviously at that stage where it's more important to get fights than anything else. So the fact that you got the win is kind of the main thing.
Of course. I just need to keep ticking over. Staying active is really important. That's the importance that I'm following, and just getting out as much as I can. Really, I've had a little setback, and I've had to overcome it, like I said. So, I need a couple more. My next fight will be 6 rounds. So I'll start moving up the rounds now. I was ready back in December to move up, and then I caught COVID. So it's been a bit of a bumpy road, to be honest. But I feel good. I feel positive, and that's the main thing. So I've been training. I've never stopped. Even when I've done my hand, I was still ticking over, still carrying on working. So, it's just a bit of a waiting game now. So I'm just trying to get on a show now in September time. So my dad, my manager, is we're looking to get on a show as soon as possible.
That's good to hear. That's the main thing. You're going to be in Brighton for a long time, I can imagine. Is that just going to be like your home gym? That's where you're going to be for your career? Where your dad is, where the whole setup is, Ben Pringle as well?
Absolutely, yeah. I've got a good team down there, Joe. So, don't fix something that's not broken. And at the moment, we're going strong and everything's good. When I need sparring, I'll bring them in. I've got a camp down there where they can stay, and we can get that work. If I need to fly out to another country and do a warm weather camp and stuff like that, that's that can be spoken about. So if I've got to travel, there's no holding me anywhere. So I'll do whatever's best for me and my team. So yeah.
No need to travel for a warm weather camp at the moment.
Absolutely not.
We obviously see Chris Eubank Jr. in the gym as well, down at Brighton and Hove ABC. I know nothing's confirmed yet, but obviously the kind of Ben fight seems like it's looming now. Just want to get your view on how big a fight that is, with obviously the past with their dads having a fight, and what that does for boxing, because that's a huge pay-per-view fight.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a massive fight. Who doesn't want to see a Ben and Eubank fight? It sells. You know, they're both good characters. They both like to fight. The weight's going to be an issue, I think, because Chris is a lot bigger than Conor.
Yeah.
So as long as they can get that, as long as it's going to be healthy for both of them, you know, we want to see the best of both of them coming to the table. We don't want to see no weaknesses from either side, you know, whether it's weight cutting or whether Conor has to put on too much weight where he's not going to fight as good as what he has done. So as long as they can get that sort of middle ground, I think the fight's there. But I think there's no rush for it, really. I think they're still in the building process of it. I know everyone's been talking about it, and a couple of people with blue ticks on Twitter have been saying, "Yep, it's happening," and everyone's been getting gassed about it. But really, is it happening? I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm not a promoter, man. I don't know. But yeah, no, they're both my friends. So as long as they get out healthy and they get paid well, I don't really care, you know?
Yeah. I think one thing that you can guarantee is, I don't know if they will both be in none of them are going to be at their right weight. So it's either going to be whoever loses, they're kind of going to have an excuse. Chris Eubank, I was weight drained, and Conor Benn, I wasn't at my usual weight. I'm not used to fighting this heavy.
Of course. Yeah, no, it's a bit of a catch-22.
It's going to be exciting, that's for sure. Just one more
thing.
You
know what's funny, right?
Sorry.
Conor's brother, Harley Benn.
Yes.
Yeah? There's a potential fight for, you know, the battle of the brothers, right? Harley Benn versus Nathaniel Banks. Yeah? I'm not sure if you know these guys, but
yeah,
they're the brothers. So that could be an interesting little scrap as well, to be quite frank. You know, Harlem's in the mix there as well. So there's a few Eubanks. There's a couple of Benns, you know? So on that sort of level,
get a full card.
There's always some fights to be made.
That's the undercard sorted. Yeah, just one more thing. I know you're on the way to training now, so obviously the AJ Usyk rematch is happening soon now, and it's out in Saudi Arabia. Just a quick kind of...
Say that again, Joe. Sorry, mate. You broke up a little bit.
Yeah, no problem. Just on the Saudi, obviously next month, AJ Usyk rematch. As you're a heavyweight, I kind of want to get your opinion on whether AJ's going to have enough time with his new trainer and how that fight actually goes over in the Middle East.
You know, all this new trainer sort of bollocks, yeah? I think he knows the game inside out now. He's been and done. He's been everywhere. He's done everything. I mean, there's no one more experienced than Anthony Joshua in the boxing world, is there, you know? Or any of these guys at that level. Yeah, once you hit that elite level, you're up there. Someone might be able to turn the screw a little bit, but it's more about his mental side than his physical side. You know, he can't get in better shape. He can't be stronger. He can't be fitter. He can't be faster. He can't do anything different. But the only thing that he needs to change is his mind, I think. That's my personal opinion. You know, he shouldn't have lost to Usyk in the first fight. People say how good Usyk is, but Usyk's, you know, he's a cruiserweight coming up as a heavyweight. He's never taken the shots that heavyweights throw. If you've never been a real sort of heavyweight all time round, you know, it's a different game. And even though Joshua wasn't throwing with massive of power, he was cutting him. He was hurting him every shot that he threw. So I don't know why he didn't put the gas on and get rid of him, or you know, rough him up a little bit more. So hopefully in this next fight, you know, let's go, you know, Team Joshua, because he's one of our guys, and I would love to see him win, and I would like to see him go on and make the fight with Fury. I just want to see his mind right, you know, coming out there and being a bit more savage. There was that whole stay hungry motto he had, and since, you know, maybe the money's changed him a little bit, you never know. I don't know. He's got to come out vicious, and if he does that, he will be victorious.
Do you think he wins? Yeah.
I hope he gets his mindset back to when, you know, when it was the Klitschko times. That's what he needs to do. He needs to be able to get into a dogfight and rough it out. And he shouldn't be, you know, let's be honest, yeah? When Usyk fought Chisora and the other guy, he struggled with them, you know? So don't give him too much room, pressure him.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done, I know, but, you know, I think Joshua's an experienced man, and he will work it out. I hope so. Saudi's going to be nice and warm. It's going to be about 60 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think he's been there and done that before. I think Usyk's got a lot going on in his mind and his country behind him. Is, you know, whatever else is going on in the world. I think if he's going to win, this is a good time to take his revenge. Definitely.
Tommy, appreciate your time, bro.
Thank you, John.